say goodbye to what we had. How do I say goodbye? L.O.T.S Prove Me That Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, DSTM, episode number 124. That part. You guys see what it is. You guys is not wait for the middle and this video. Let's come together as a collective. I need everybody to come together and hit this like button. All right, we're going to do this on the count of three. Yeah, on the count of three. 1, 2, come on. 3, tap your like button. You guys just made YouTube take this content, push it forward, and recommend to the audience. You guys help me to fight against the bigger platforms here because we're a smaller platform, but we're the ones that keep creating what they keep taking. And I might as well use that to go into my intro. I am the incomparable, the often imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the elected, appointed voice of the streets. I go by the name of L.O.T.S to prove you guys that it's an acronym. It stands for the Lord of the Streets, leader of the streets, learning off the streets, living off the streets. When I say living off the streets, I'm referring to eating off the land. We are hustlers, so we eat what we kill here. That part. This is powered by L.O.T.S Proof Media, and I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 124. That part. Now, you guys, this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth, and you guys will learn that in the near future. Speak things into existence. Hopefully, you guys have had a chance to check out some of our recent interviews. We just recently interviewed your boy, Benzino. Now, I know y'all seen Benzino, you know what I mean? He's been offering 50, challenging 50 to a fight. He spoke about that. We spoke about the transgender LGBTQTRV community accusations. We spoke about his shooting at his mother's funeral. Rest in peace to Benzino's mother. Condolences to his family. And a host of other things. We spoke about a lot of things. Right? You guys get a chance to check out the episode 123. All right. With that being said, we got a lot to speak about today. Today, we're going to talk about Trump pardoning. Trump's pardoning everybody. Listen, this is everybody get out of jail card right now. He recently pardoned NBA YoungBoy. Obviously, even before NBA YoungBoy, he pardoned Kodak Black. And we appreciate him for that. We're going to clap. There's a lot of applauding here today. Who raised you? There's a lot of applauding here today. That part. That part. Ay, ay, ay. With that being said, he pardoned Kodak Black prior. Recently, he pardoned NBA YoungBoy. Who raised you? That part. That part. Ay, ay, ay. Who else? Well, it looks like he recently pardoned. Hold up, man. Get the applause. Somebody that we did not expect to get pardoned, but this is the most anticipated pardon of all pardons, right? We appreciate that Kodak Black is home. We appreciate NBA YoungBoy's pardon. We appreciate all that. But there's one guy, he's considered the head of the GD, formerly known as Gangsta's Disciples. Now they're Growth and Development, right? Progress. You guys got it. They let's get to it. Larry Hoover. They pardoned Larry Hoover. Uncle Trump. That part. All right. So with that being said, a lot of pardon. Oh yeah, pardon Lil Wayne back in the G. Shout out to Lil Wayne. So we're kind of used to this, right? Recently, somebody mentioned Puffy, Diddy potentially being pardoned. Hold up. We didn't expect for Diddy, and I didn't know it was that early that you can get a pardon. I thought you'd had to be sentenced and then pardoned, excuse me, for assuming, making an ass out of myself, right? He's considering pardoning Diddy. I don't know what you guys got to say at home, but what I can say is, man, let's clap it up for Trump for utilizing his position and getting a lot of people out of these type of positions. Big shout out to Uncle Trump. Like I said, considering pardoning Diddy with all the accusations, the SAs and the trafficking and the Ricos and Freakos and freak shows. He's actually considered to pardoning Diddy, and he said he's fond of Diddy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video of Trump speaking about this, all right? And also, we got more stuff to speak about. We're going to speak about also Cardi B. Cardi B recently, she wished death on her baby father. And we know Cardi B going back and forth with Offset. We know this thing, but it's looking like things are starting to bubble over now. We'll get to that. All right. You guys, once again, let's not wait for the middle to end. Let's hit the like button. Don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching, casual watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. We don't condone pocket watching here, and we definitely don't condone none of these. Ladies and gentlemen, that's considered a peeping time. If y'all don't know what a peeping time is, don't go to jail, and you won't never have to find out. Take the opportunity to hit the like button. And for the new viewers on the channel, you guys, this is a safe space, all right? You guys, we definitely appreciate everybody here on the platform, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the platform. All right. That part. Subscribe to the channel. If you're a new viewer, this is a safe place. Excuse me. I'm looking at the comment section. I kind of got jaded. All right. So if you're a new viewer, this is a safe place. You guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Smash the subscription button. If you're a recurring viewer, a returning viewer, you should be ashamed of yourself if you haven't subscribed yet. We got a host of interviews. You guys know I'm not a big interview type of person, but things are going to change and things are going to evolve on the L.O.T.S Approved Media platform. A big shout out to Ian, big shout out to E. Ragunin. It's hard to pronunciate that last name. Interesting, brother. Ragunin. Uncle Trump, hands yellow, heart red. Hold up. Hands yellow, heart red. Uncle Trump, hands yellow, heart red. What does that actually mean? I don't know. But with that being said, Ian, shout out to you, brother. Let's go ahead and look into this. Let's go ahead and look into this. What's the name? This video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys are sharing this also. You guys should be sharing this with your family members. The people that love you. People that love you, appreciate you. All right. We all have admirers out there. All right. You guys make sure you guys share this and let's get everybody acclimated. We're going live right now. L.O.T.S Approved Media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 124. Bow. We're speaking about Donald Trump, all the pardons. Recently considered pardoning Larry Hoover. We're going to talk about Larry Hoover. Right now, we're speaking about the potential of Diddy being pardoned, taking that into consideration. Right? Shout out to Trump.
I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up from what I read.
2012, that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President. All right. So you guys see that. Ooh, I want to actually see something. Let's pull it to the middle.
But I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President. All right. So with that being said, you guys see it there. All right, let's remove this from the screen right quick. Wow. I'm getting so smooth with this street nigga. Listen, they don't expect street dudes to get savvy, get internet savvy, technology savvy, but we here, we're growing. This is God ordained. L.O.T.S Proof Media. You guys see the Cash App at the bottom. You guys can always donate to the channel. And do me a favor, take the opportunity to hit the like button and share this with the rest of your people. So you guys say, you see what Trump is saying. He's going to look into it. He's going to actually look, he's taking it into consideration. This is an actual possibility. I wonder how people at home are feeling right now. I know one person who's not really fond of this man being taken into consideration for a pardon. He goes by the name of Curtis Jackson. All right, what I want to do is I want to pull up let me pull this information up. Let me pull up what's the name's IG post. All right, we're going to pull up 50 Cent, Mr. Curtis Jackson's IG post here. And I just want to read the caption. That's the only reason why I pulled this up for. All right? Hold up.
Friend of yours back then. He is sent.
All right, so let's see if I can see. I'm trying to see if I can see the actual, what's his name? See what he's saying on his post. I want to see the actual post here. Hold on. Bada bing, bada bing. Why is this not pulling up? I hate that this thing is moving so slow. Okay, there we go. Thank God. So that's the wrong one. And I do apologize about that. You guys, thank you at home. You guys be patient with me. You know what I mean? Now, there's a reason I pulled this up. I actually want to see what 50's response. This is 50's IG post, in which 50 responded. He said some really bad things about Trump. It's not okay. I'm going to reach out so he knows how he feels about this guy. Hold up. Hold on now. This is 50's response to Diddy potentially being released. All right? Let's pull this off. And let me read this to you guys out loud here. All right? So you guys see 50 is not fond of the idea of Diddy potentially being released. And we kind of all anticipate that. But I just want to repeat this again. This has become Diddy's #1 arch enemy. We're gonna speak about this because I'm not used to 50 having this type of behavior. I'm not used to 50 going to these extremities. This is very extreme for anybody that comes from the street. We'll get to it. All right, this is what 50's saying. He said some really bad things about Trump. It's not okay. I'm gonna reach out so he knows how I feel about this guy. All right, so I'm wondering what's going on now, 50. This is tethering, you kind of teetering on the lines of being, we know you hating on, and your hate might be warranted, but you're teetering on the lines of ratting. You're teetering on the lines of working with the government. Now, that's your choice. We're not against that. But I didn't know 50 even go to those extremities. To call Trump to sabotage the pardon and let Trump know how Diddy actually feels about him, knowing that Diddy would remain incarcerated. Now, me personally, as a man, I don't consider that honorable. And I'm a fan of 50 Cent. I ain't gonna lie to you. In my hood, niggas compare me a lot. I fuck with 50. I rock with 50. But this one, not so much. Not so much, brother. Yeah, not so much, man. I'm not really a fan of that. You guys see 50's, he's there. 50's going in. He's gonna speak to Trump. I'm boggled. So nonetheless, you guys, you see that they're considering, contrary to 50 making an attempt to sabotage Diddy being released, Trump is actually considering releasing Diddy. All right, it's a possibility. And keep in mind, you guys, there's other pardons that took place. NBA YoungBoy has recently been pardoned. So I know the people that love NBA YoungBoy out there are extremely happy, right? Scream streets a little bit. I'm still learning the system, getting acclimated. NBA YoungBoy has been pardoned also. So not just Kodak Black, NBA YoungBoy has been pardoned. Lil Wayne has been pardoned. Who else we got here? There's so many pardons to remember. It's hard to remember, man. Okay, let's go down the line. Lil Wayne was pardoned. All right. Kodak Black. I believe those are the first two, and I know you guys will probably let me know. He recently pardoned NBA YoungBoy, and also he commuted Larry Hoover's sentence. Hold up. Now, you guys, let's talk about Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover was the most anticipated release of all mankind. I'm being slightly facetious, but not. You know, it's a joke, but slightly serious. Yeah, everybody's been anticipating. They call him the old man, Larry Hoover, the leader of the GDs, formerly known as Gangster Disciples, now known as Growth and Development, right? Rightfully so. Things evolve. We never thought we'd actually see this day. I know me, myself, I never thought I would see the day that Larry Hoover would be released. But a lot of people kept Larry Hoover in their prayers, right? A lot of people worked on Larry Hoover's behalf and went to the White House, went to Donald Trump, and requested that this man be released. They put the bug in Trump's ear. Well, the thing, it actually worked, right? The seed that you guys planted in Trump's ear, it actually grew and it worked. So Larry Hoover has been pardoned for his federal crimes. Remember, Larry Hoover had a lot of years. A lot of years. He's changed as a man. He's evolved, right? He's no longer that former gang leader, right? With that being said, we always anticipate Larry Hoover coming home. Larry Hoover's actually not coming home. He's been sentenced by the state also. He's sentenced to 200 years by the state. So, very appropriate. We were all anticipating Larry Hoover's coming home. When I seen this, I didn't want to jump the gun because I know there's a lot of stipulations when it comes to these type of things. So I did my due diligence. I went and I researched certain things and looked, and then lo and behold, they're telling me Larry Hoover may not be released. But just by judging by the initial post that I was seeing on the internet, I was assuming that this man was getting released, right? He has 200 years state sentence. Larry Hoover's son is seen online, how you saying, showing his gratitude to Kanye West. Basically asking, telling Kanye West, being grateful that Kanye West put the bug in Larry Hoover's ear. You guys know Kanye West, he has a relationship with Trump, right? So he's been campaigning for Larry Hoover. Kanye West is from Chicago. He's a Chicago native, right? And some would say that it's been said, rumored that Kanye West is a GD. All right. They don't let them GDs through the door. With that being said, you guys, Larry Hoover's not coming home. He's not coming home right now. I guess they're going to work on the state. I don't know if Donald Trump has any control over the state. I don't know that much about politics and laws. But Larry Hoover is still currently incarcerated, and no, he will not be released. Yes, his sentence was commuted. All right? So they commuted him. They pardoned him for the federal crimes, not necessarily state crimes. That thought. L.O.T.S Proof Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, DSTM, episode number 124. You guys, listen, pardons everywhere. Everybody's getting pardoned. Larry Hoover pardoned. Everybody's pardoned. NBA YoungBoy pardoned. Now they're looking for Diddy to be pardoned. Now, what else we got here, guys? We gotta talk about Cardi B. You guys, as of recently, Cardi B has been seen online going back and forth. They're having a divorce, a battle war between Cardi B and Offset. Our once most favorite hip-hop couple, one of the top hip-hop couples, right? They met their demise prematurely. I don't know, the relationship lasted maybe 2, 3, 5 years. I think they was married for 5 years. It started in the beginning of the height of the Migos career. And as the Migos career started to deteriorate, I think the relationship deteriorated adjacent to it, right? Coincidentally. With that being said, you guys, it looks like something that this is something that women usually campaign for. This is something usually allocated to women, all right? It's called spousal support. Typically, a woman, being a feminine vessel, she gets spousal support. Rarely do you see men get it, but we do. I think we're all familiar with Kevin Federline, Britney Spears. Yeah, you got it all over again. With that being said, Offset is looking for spousal support. Offset wants a monthly check. All right, this is according to reports. Now, obviously that didn't sit well with Cardi B. You got called all type of bitch niggas and woo-de-woo. You guys know when you're a man and you looking forward to spousal support, they're going to say you feminine. You go get it on your own. Why you dependent on a woman? You feminine, right? Such is the case. Well, Cardi B seems to, just to be quite frank, she wished to unalive Offset. She said she wished Offset's death. All right, this is where we at now with this relationship, right? It's gotten to this level. Like I said, he's looking for spousal support. Typically, men do not get spousal support, but we do in certain cases, right? A lot of people speculated. A lot of people said that Cardi B, well, not speculation, but it was known. I think it's a public fact that Cardi B makes more than Offset. I think it's safe to say that Cardi B financially is more stable, financially has more money than Offset, more opportunities than Offset, right? So the general public consensus was that Offset was kind of leaning on Cardi B. Now, me myself, I didn't buy into it. You know, I'm a man's man. So when I see Offset doing this thing, first of all, Offset, let's be clear, Offset was more successful. He experienced success in his career prior to Cardi B. So it kind of made me reluctant to look at it the way the general public was looking at it, as he's leaning on Cardi B. Offset has I would say a successful career. His solo career I would consider successful. May not such as successful as the Migos, but he does have a solo career, let's be clear. With that being said, a lot of people assumed that he was leaning on Cardi B, but you guys noticed that when they was giving each other gifts, y'all remember the lavish gifts? Super lavish gifts, right? Vehicles, big properties in Atlanta. They don't know where they want to move because they have so much money. They just speculating properties in Cali, right? I'm thinking, whatever, so just throw that in the basket also, right? Throw that in the cart also. With that being said, we all assumed that he was kind of more leaning towards, but I didn't assume that. Because like I said, I see the gifts. The gifts are looking equal. It's looking equal. Cars and the lavish jewelry, the gifts are looking equal. Houses, mansions, multiple properties, it's looking equal. But if you have any type of common sense, I know common sense is not common, but you kind of know Cardi was bringing more money, potentially. You know that's a potential problem. And it looks like the problem has bubbled over. All right. So Offset's looking for spousal support right now. You guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look into this. We're gonna listen to some of the audio. Cardi B went on Spaces on Twitter in which she spoke about Offset and her distaste for Offset. She wants to see him unalived. All right. It went to that level. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. This is a DSTM Podcast episode number 124. Hold up. That part. 124. Rest in peace to my co-host, former co-host, Planet. God damn it. That part. All right, let's go into this. Let's go into this Cardi B Spaces audio.
Listen up, y'all listening? Listen up. The fact that I'm waking up right now, right? The fact that I'm waking up right now to see that this fuck nigga and his fuck ass team, I know it's not his team. I know it's his bitch ass. Gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason why this motherfucker asking for spousal support because I was asking for everything. Because I was asking for everything and because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a fucking pussy ass nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, nigga. When you die, nigga, I want you to die.
Hold up. Now, I didn't expect it to be cursing like that. And I do apologize. We're live, right? So you guys see, let's not even go all the way into that, right? Let's fall back. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna revisit this audio. I'm gonna make sure the audio, certain things are removed from the audio. We can't have that type of stuff on YouTube. But nonetheless, you guys see her feelings towards Offset. Now, a lot of people are happy for her new relationship with Stefan Diggs. I don't know this guy's name, nor do I really care like that. And I know that's kind of counterproductive, right? It makes no sense. Contradicting myself because I do podcasts and I'm a journalist, right? Nonetheless, Stefan Diggs, athlete, she's dating the man. I'm pretty sure Offset doesn't like that. You guys know Offset sabotaged all her prior relationships, right? Y'all know all Cardi B's past relationships, this man has sabotaged them successfully. This is the first relationship that we're seeing that actually it's working. I'm pretty sure he tried to undermine. He tried to pull the carpet from under it. Yeah. Offset, he's just slickster. Offset will pull the carpet and sabotage Cardi B's situation. That's just how it goes. And he's been super successful at that. I need to try that technique. It lasted long enough, and he got the bag. But, we don't live like that. Nonetheless, you guys see the situation. Cardi B cursing. She's wishing the man unalive. It just went that far. L.O.T.S approved meter. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Once again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We got a lot of things to speak about today. There's more things to actually speak about. I want to play some more of that audio. I definitely want to play some more of that audio. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I want to play some more of that audio. All right. Nonetheless, once again, speaking about the Diddy, we're speaking about the Diddy. I don't know how you guys feel about Diddy actually coming home, right? A lot of people are expecting Diddy to beat these charges. A lot of people are anticipating that he's gonna beat the charges. Now, with the sex trafficking and the essay is looking like more about essays and stuff like that. The abuse on the women. That's what it's looking towards. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff that's going to come into play, but we've been watching the different witnesses that's been coming in, giving some valid witness statements. Some people's statements have been a little bit shaky, right? I haven't been able to watch the trial in detail. So I don't want to mislead you guys, but just gathering from just vaguely watching everything. There's a lot of nuances in this, right? Shout out to Gene Dill. This is something that I didn't know. With Gene Dill knowing everything that he knows, right? We all thought that Gene Dill would be a primary witness in this trial. Now, this is something that was brought to my attention. I had no idea of. There's this woman online that she's out there at the court. She's at the courthouse. Shout out to her. She's doing great journalism, giving us details step by step of what's going on at the trial. She's even showing videos of Diddy's kids walking into the courthouse. So she's giving you guys a vivid description. She reminds me of Wendy Williams. Very reminiscent of Wendy Williams. She's light-skinned too, and she pretty as fuck. With that being said, you guys see what's going on with the Diddy trial. Will Diddy be released? It's looking like they're trying to get him on other charges as opposed to just I think they're gonna have to fall back a little bit off of just the sex trafficking and stuff like that. This looks like it's gonna turn into something different. I'm hearing different things coming into play. And like I said, that I kind of alluded, the Gene Dill, we thought Gene Dill was going to be one of the top witnesses. But from what I learned is that the feds, they didn't necessarily want anybody who has a big social media influence to be a witness, right? You don't want anybody that has the ability to persuade public perception to be a witness. And Gene Dill obviously is that person. So we always anticipating Gene Dill to take the stand, in which he's not going to take the stand, or anybody else who would be a great fit to be a witness is going to take the stand. If you have a social media presence, if you have a social media influence, the feds, you're not good to the feds, right? Like I said, we're watching different things going on with this case, man. A lot of different things. Nonetheless, if Diddy comes home, I wonder how people are going to feel. I wonder if people are starting to shake inside their boots. I'm wondering if people are shaking in their boots right now. There's a chance that Diddy may come home. There's a big chance that Puff might come home, right? Some people are saying there's no possibility. Fed conviction rate is 98, 95, 90. I might be a bit too generous. I think it's about 98% conviction rate, right? You guys know they're trying to connect a lot of things to Diddy. So as the trial unfolds, there's going to be a lot of things that we didn't take into consideration, or maybe some of us did, but not the general public, the majority of us. I think that this trial is going to turn at one point. It's going to turn. Some of us are under the impression that Diddy, from what we've seen right now with the testaments, with people giving testimony, witness testimonies that are shaky, people not looking creditable on the stand. Some people more so than others. People are under the impression that Diddy might get released. People are under the impression that Diddy might beat this case. To people that are actually there, the people that are actually involved, they're saying that's not the case. I think there's some new things that are going to come into play that we're not anticipating. It's going to be different things that are coming into play that we're not anticipating. And I'm going to go as far as to say is I don't think Diddy's going to come home. I don't think Diddy's coming home. A lot of people at home may be under that impression. I don't think so. I don't think the feds spent all that money on that case. I don't think the feds did all that research. I don't think the feds are into embarrassing themselves. This would be a big waste of the time of the public, and it would be a big waste of time of the taxpayers' money. And it would be a bad reflection on that department. I don't want to say the name. I think I've said it enough. All right. And according to 50 Cent, he's going to give a call to Donald Trump, his boy. I guess 50 has Trump on speed dial. Curtis is going to call Donald Trump, and he's going to let Trump know how Diddy actually feels about him. Now, I didn't know that Diddy had any disparaging things. I didn't know Diddy didn't like Trump, right? Trump said that Diddy's fond of him. So contrary to what 50's saying that he allegedly heard, I don't know how far playing because I've never seen 50 play to this level. This is a different type of game he playing now, right? But according to 50, he heard something different. Contrary to what Trump is saying. Trump's saying that Diddy's fond of him. This is something different. I was wondering, are they gonna how many people would be considered for pardonings? I at one point I recall Bootsy saying that he wanted to be pardoned. I recall Little Bootsy saying he wanted to be pardoned. Little Bootsy beat that state case. Yeah, he did. He beat the state case. And then, the Fed case. No, he beat the state case. Pardon me. Bootsy beat the state case. And then the Feds picked it up. The Feds picked up his case, in which that he started screaming out injustice and requesting Donald Trump to get his case pardoned, to get his charges pardoned. You see, when Bootsy was asking for his pardoning, I was starting to wonder, was this pardoning thing being abused? How many people are actually going to get pardoned? Do you guys think that Trump just gives out, he just frisbees, throws out pardons like that? Like everybody just pardon everybody. Everybody deserves to get pardoned. Because I see some EBK band, EBK, what that's this guy's name from Cali? Y'all probably know him. EBK something, J-Bo, EBK J-Bo something. He just got released. Well, they're partitioning for a pardon for him too. No, he wants to be pardoned too. If y'all gonna get pardoned, why he can't get pardoned? No, the man wants to be pardoned too. Look him up, J-Bo, great rapper. If you ain't ever took no man out, calm down. If you ain't ever took a man, calm down, something like that. His music's great. I'm rocking with EBK J-Bo. I'm rocking with his music. And I hope I'm saying his name right. Because y'all know I'm known to butcher names up here. But they're writing a petition to get this man pardoned too. All right? Same way they wrote the petition for Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez to get pardoned. I forgot about Tory. Y'all know Tory Lanez, they petitioned for Tory Lanez to be pardoned also. So it looks like everybody's going to be pardoned. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't have valid reasons. Tory has valid reasons for Trump to look into it. I'm not saying that NBA YoungBoy didn't deserve it. He had valid reasons. I'm not saying these people don't have valid reasons. But how many people going to get pardoned? Excuse me for looking into this. Once again, I'm not saying people don't deserve to get pardoned. NBA YoungBoy deserves it. How long they had that man on probation? The man deserves to get pardoned. I'm not saying that Lil Wayne deserved to get pardoned. New York gun laws is crazy. You can't get caught with it. Listen, I'm from Florida. In Florida, we had the right to bear arms. You know what I mean? Right to carry, all that. You ain't got to be registered in Florida. It's not like that abroad. In New York, niggas is getting bagged in New York for having firearms. So Lil Wayne got locked up for that. So Lil Wayne deserved that pardon. I ain't mad at that. Kodak Black is a problem child. Yeah, he a problem child. But he deserved to get pardoned. Kodak deserved to get pardoned. These guys are getting locked up. Let's keep in mind, these guys are being locked up in some of the worst prisons across America. Some of the worst prison facilities ever. All right? These are young men, young successful men. And a lot of times the charges and the sentence does not justify the charges. All right? I'm not mad at that. Who else got pardoned this year? Well, Larry Hoover. I'm not mad at Larry Hoover, the old man, being pardoned. We all been waiting for Larry Hoover to get pardoned. I think he deserves to get pardoned. There's people out here walking on planet Earth that have done 10 times as worse as Larry Hoover. And some of them are, I don't even want to go into that because I don't want to get this platform. Because remember, this is the most dangerous platform on God's green earth. Hold up. That part. This is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. That part. You are now rocking with public enemy number 1, and I'm considered the top op. That part. But yes, Larry Hoover, he deserved to get pardoned, right? I don't hear nothing about him causing anything inside the system. He's in one of the most craziest facilities. I forgot where he's locked at, I think, but he's 23-1. The man doesn't see no daylight. They have this man under some harsh conditions. I think he deserves to get pardoned. That part. Please don't shoot the messenger, because this messenger shoots back. All right? I think he deserves to get pardoned. They gave this man an additional 200 years, so he got pardoned for the Fed case, but he still got state 200 years applied. Who's gonna help us with that? I see. What's the name? Once again, shout out to Larry Hoover's son, Larry Hoover Jr. Gave a big shout out to Kanye, because y'all know Kanye's been campaigning for the old man. That's what they call him. They call Larry Hoover the old man. I know the GDs celebrated early before they found out that he still had to do that 200. I know people at home, the GDs, probably even the BDs. Imagine that. Probably even the BDs was happy. All right. But how many people are actually going to get pardoned? I'm wondering how far is this pardoning thing going to go? And is he going to give Boosie a pardon? Right? I want to know, do you guys think Diddy deserves to be pardoned? What crimes are Diddy being accused of? Because the current, judging by the current crimes that they charges that they have placed on Diddy doesn't deserve to be gone for life. You can't tell me Diddy deserves to lose his life and all his possessions for freak-offs. Hold up. This is about freak-offs right now. This whole Diddy situation is about freak-offs. Now, if they turn the corner a little bit and they start getting into the Biggie, the death of Biggie, the death of Tupac, the blowing up of the vehicles, Kid Cudi's car getting blown up. Once they start tapping into that, it's going to become something different. Right now, all the freak-offs and that's what's making people like, nah, let that man go. That's why that's why the general public is under the impression that Diddy may walk because of the current charges that are placed on him. But if these other things start to take place, these other elements, these other accusations, this case could turn, it could rear its ugly head, right? And the trajectory could change for Diddy. The conclusion could change for Diddy. A lot of people saying Diddy may not come home. A lot of people are saying, contrary to the general public who doesn't know about law, people that know about the system are saying, nah, Diddy ain't coming home. But does Diddy deserve a pardon? Judging by those charges, those current charges, yeah. The current charges that they got Diddy for, yeah. Yeah. Because you guys are charging Diddy for freak-offs. That means you got to take down the whole industry. Let me tell you something. If Diddy get charged for these freak-offs, that means the whole industry, Hollywood, needs to be taken down. Music industry taken down. The whole industry needs to be taken down. And if it's not, that means that Diddy is a sacrificial lamb. Puff was a sacrificial lamb. That's why sometimes I start believing that you see all that Diageo and the lawsuit and the millions that he won, the $1 billion lawsuit, the millions that he won from Diageo. Y'all remember all that money that Diddy won from Diageo? Diddy won a lot of money. Diddy won a lot of money. That would have pissed me the hell off. If I had all that bread, if I had all that power. All right? Y'all know how they perceive us. Y'all know how they perceive us. In the grand scheme of things, that would make them hot. Diddy's currently being charged for freak-offs. Freak-offs, you don't deserve the rest to lose your life, lose your freedom for a freak-off. A $1 billion nigga doesn't deserve to be taken down for a freak-off. Let's be clear, that's a $1 billion black man. More and more, when I look at Diddy's situation, I'm looking at a smear campaign. More and more, when I look at Diddy's situation, I'm looking at a sacrifice. The more I look at Diddy's situation, it's an example to all of us to how they brought this black man to his knees. That part. They brought Diddy to his knees publicly. If Diddy has any opportunity to walk away from this, you guys know they dirtied his face. All right, this is a public shaming. Let's be clear. Witch hunt. Public shaming. All right. Nonetheless, Trump is considering pardoning Diddy. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for Uncle Trump. That part, L.O.T.S Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 124. That part. You guys do me a favor? Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said before, if you guys are new viewers, this is a safe place. It's a great place. You guys go ahead and hit that like button. All right? Don't be a ninja watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher. And don't be no peeping time. That part. L.O.T.S approved media. And what's this guy's name again? Jabo. Yeah. That's his name. EBK Jabo. That's the kid's name. That part. Man, shout out to I want to speak about this too. I think we need to speak about that. And you guys, I'm gonna clean up the Cardi B audio. Y'all see Cardi B was going crazy on Offset. We're gonna play that audio. Because like I said, Offset wants spousal support. Offset says Cardi got to pay. You also got Amber Rose speaking up for Tory Lanez. That's a little peculiar. The way Amber Rose tends to stick her head. She sticks her head out in the most oddest situations. I find it kind of weird the way what she campaigns for. Amber Rose pops up in odd situations. What she campaigns for, the things that she holds in her heart, is kind of weird. It's very, very, very weird. Very, very, very weird. All right. Oh, man. Andrew Tate speaks after being charged with rape and human trafficking by UK prosecutors. Ooh, Andrew Tate, you guys, they look like they're taking down the Tate again. All right. UK got charged for rape in the UK, United Kingdom. You guys know Andrew Tate, the Tate brother, Tristan and Andrew Tate, the Tate brothers. A lot of accusations. They stay over there in Romania, and he's considered the top G, right? A mentor for a lot of young men struggling with just society, that struggle with their position in society, with awkwardness and social awkwardness and things of that nature, right? They're role models for the younger generation of men. Andrew Tate, but they got a lot of pushback. All right. That part. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 124. You guys, man, you guys get a chance. You guys check out the videos, man. Check out these interviews. All right. Plenty of interviews. We're gonna be dropping out interviews. You guys tag 50. All right, you guys see Benzino. Benzino went in. Shout out to Boston. I see Boston chimed in. Shout out to Bean, to the Bean Town. Shout out to Boston. Commonwealth. You heard me? There's a lot of stuff I didn't know about Boston, and Zeno put me onto it. The whole Haitian movement. You know what I mean? A lot of Haitian people in Boston. You guys see the Cash App on the bottom there. You guys don't be scared. You guys remember, we got to upgrade on this platform. So we need the Cash Apps. We need the donations. All right. We're not currently monetized right now. We'll get back to it. It's a long story, but we're not currently monetized right now. You guys do me a favor. You guys see the Cash App and things of that nature. You guys go ahead and donate so we can upgrade equipment here. All right. And for other things that we need on this platform, that part. L.O.T.S approved media. Once again, you guys, I am the incomparable, the art to imitate but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved, you guys. Yeah, once again, that is an acronym. It stands for the Lord of the Streets, leader of the streets, learning off the streets, eating off the streets. We hustle, so we eat what we kill here, that part. All right? This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 123. You guys are currently listening to the most dangerous, I stress, put emphasis, dangerous podcast on God's green earth. That part. Hold up. Let's get this right. What I need. That part. Hold up. I got more. Wait. That part. What else we got on the news today? You guys, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you in the building. That part. What's going on? No jumper. Oh man. Let's talk about it. All right, you guys. You guys are all familiar with the No Jumper platform. Shout out to Adam22 out there in California, in LA. All right, I'm very familiar with the platform. I enjoy the platform. I don't like the way they depict us as black people on the platform, but nonetheless, it's very entertaining, so I watch it. Now, you guys, recently, there was a fight that took place on the platform. Now, these are two brothers that became acquainted as of recently. In the past few weeks, they've become acquainted. A guy that goes by the name of Brandon, and another kid that goes by the name of Suspect. Almighty Suspect. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with Suspect putting his hands on Kelpie, the fake pimp kid. All right? But nonetheless, No Jumper, you guys know on this platform, there's altercations that took place. Recently on No Jumper, there's an indictment that took place. So niggas in No Jumper got indicted. That's when you guys seen the Brick Baby, Big U, head Crip, big Crip nigga, Brick Baby, Soldier, Loose Cannon, 3 Crip niggas, rolling 60s. They got indicted, right? All of them made an appearance on the No Jumper platform. So this is what people are correlating, saying that No Jumper, people's kind of, Adam22 said it, that people are scared to come on No Jumper because they're scared of being watched by the feds because of the recent indictment that took place, rightfully so, right? Now, with that being said, No Jumper is still doing numbers. As I'm watching No Jumper, I like the ecosystem. I'm watching how things happen over there because they're a revolving door with hosts. No Jumper, they'll have a host one day, and 3 days, a week later, the host is not there no more, right? It's a revolving door. Sometimes they fire hosts, and they let them come back. Hence, you have Lush 1, battle rap icon in the battle rap league. Lush 1, king of the dots. That part. He's from Cali also. But nonetheless, Lush has been left. All right. Almighty Suspect is left. Flacco, Poetic Flacco is left. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. Shout out to Almighty Suspect. Shout out to who else? Adam22 and whatever. With that being said, Almighty Suspect has been going back and forth, having a ongoing battle with Brandon. Brandon's a new guy. Brandon's one of those foundational Black American FBA guys, right? He campaigning for blacks and what they deserve, retributions and things of that nature, right? Well, I'm trying to gather this. He's a new guy. Brandon and Suspect kick off. Now, you know, Suspect pro-black too, but not so formal as a Mr. Brandon. I'm gonna give you guys a background of what caused this issue between these two gentlemen. Suspect, very confrontational, I'll admit. Suspect used the word nigga, and Brandon said Suspect added the hard ER. He said Suspect added the hard ER. So Brandon accused Suspect of using the N-word with the hard ER. Hold up. That part, hold up. All right. The irony was Suspect's black, but Suspect is a little light-skinned. So Brandon objective was to paint the picture that he's using the hard ER, which kind of makes no sense because this is a black man using it. So why would you even highlight that, right? But nonetheless, Suspect bit the bait. Now, when Suspect bit that bait, it left me under the assumption that maybe Suspect, he might think he's light-skinned too. He might think he's white. Or not even think, but maybe he has insecurities about him being light-skinned. Y'all know a lot of light-skinned people, they have a lot of insecurities about their complexion. Nonetheless, I love all my light-skinned people. God made it from the darkest chocolate to the lightest almond. All right? That part. But he got Suspect. He poked Suspect. He got him where he's insecure at. I'm saying this. So you see, Suspect said, what? Suspect was livid. He got out his body that he was accused of this, right? And to be honest, quite honest with you, it was ridiculous. The accusations using the hard ER, like that whole little narrative that Brandon painted was ridiculous. It literally was some oxymoron type of ish shit. You hear me? But nonetheless, Suspect bit it. And I think the only reason Suspect bit it, Suspect might be slightly insecure about him being black. You guys go ahead and warm up to that idea. Listen, I think Suspect, almighty Suspect, he's a rapper on the West Coast that's a host on No Jumper who recently got fired. We're about to get into something, all right? I'm about to get into this. We're about to get into this. Suspect recently got fired because he got into a fight with Brandon. Brandon was able to antagonize Suspect enough to pull the veil of comfort off of him, of protection. He exposes his insecurities about his light-skinnedness, about his skin color. Because Suspect lost his mind when Brandon spoke about the ER part, right? With that being said, you guys, things popped off between Suspect and Brandon. Now, when they first popped off, Suspect called Brandon a bitch. Y'all already know, hold up. Y'all know that one word. That word right there will make a whole conversation stop. That one word right there will make a whole conversation stop. That part. That whole conversation stop. All right? And which it did. Well, not in that particular case. Hold up. Shots fired. Suspect called Brandon a bitch. It kind of went under the radar. People didn't hear it at first. But us that are real listeners, we're looking for those disrespectful words, right? We're listening inclusively. We're listening. It went under the radar. Suspect starts kicking off with Brandon. Slightly aggressive, but no altercation actually took place. But from that day, you could tell that Suspect and Brandon was going to have an issue. from that day, you knew that Suspect and Brandon was gonna have an issue because they were talking about fighting, talking about come outside and whoop-de-whoop. Brandon was very reserved. Brandon seeming very calculated, mastermind. I rock with Brandon. Brandon's calculated, patient. He's cerebral. I fuck with black people that are cerebral. Remember, we as black people, we are targeted. So we cannot be impulsive. We have to be cerebral. We have to always pay attention to what's going on and how people are weaponizing things against us or weaponizing us to use against other people. We got to be cognizant of that. So Brandon is very reserved, very observant, very cerebral. I like that about Brandon. So Brandon seemed very reserved, and he chalked up all Suspects' threats to frivolous. Those are just frivolous threats. He seemed like he was ready. He was prepared for Suspect. Now, to Brandon's credit, you guys, he's a jiu-jitsu, martial arts. Brandon's a heavy-set dude, 3 times the size of Suspect, as in weight. About the same height, but 3 times the size of Suspect in weight. Martial arts, more skillful. So now, from that day, no altercation took place, but things were still on fire. Things were still brewing. Things were still escalating on a low, right? So as time continues, you guys know, we were anticipating the next time that Suspect and Brandon would have been on camera. Everybody that's part of this No Jumper universe, sphere universe, all of us that's a part of this No Jumper world, we was waiting for the day that Brandon and Suspect have to pod again, that they have to be in the same room and coexist. And we want to see how that was going to work. Well, hold up. Pull that record back. As we all expected, you guys, things blew up. All right. Now, Brandon and Suspect were in the same room, in the No Jump room. What I recall, I seen Brandon and Suspect and Brandon and Suspect going at each other. I don't know who started it. That particular day. But nonetheless, Brandon's not scared of Suspect, obviously. And he's always said that and refuted anybody who thought otherwise, right? Brandon's always said that he had no fear of Suspect. And it appeared like that in that room that day. Now, there was some threats being made. I wish I could play the video between Brandon and Suspect, all right, and what actually took place. But I'm scared about the copyright thing and things of that nature. We got to figure out the Fair Use Act, all right? I got to figure it out. But nonetheless, Brandon and Suspect kicked off. Now, damn, what I would love to do is play the audio because I didn't expect to speak about this today. I actually didn't expect to speak about this today. But let me see. I might try to pull up the audio. Let me see if I can pull up the audio here. And I'm not really fast with this computer. I wish I was way faster to get to you guys way faster. I don't like you guys to be delayed like that. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Excuse a gangster. Excuse me. You heard me? Like I said, I'm not no internet super savvy person. You feel me? But we here. All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to the I'm gonna go to the No Jumper page and I'm gonna see if they have the audio. I want to play the audio of Suspect threatening Brandon. Let me see it. Man, shout out to those dudes that escaped. Man, it's a lot in the news today. Them dudes that escaped. 10 gentlemen escaped. 10 gentlemen escaped from a Louisiana prison. All right. And I believe 2 suspects are still at large. Hold on, let me see. All right, now I got it. We're going to play the audio here. I'm going to play the audio. And you guys let me know in the comment section if you guys can hear the audio. You guys let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Hold on. I'm kind of pushing it right now, but we're going to try.
In the bed. And while you die, nigga, you got to think of.
Hold on, Cardi. Hold on, love. Share screen, please. All right. There we go. Bow, 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 bow. All right.
You ain't never called me no bitch.
You guys let me know if you guys can hear
But I just
the
called you
audio.
one. I feel like Jeff, you are a bitch.
Guys.
Oh,
Guys, come on.
Now, be honest with you, I don't want to play I don't want to play the video. I just want to play the audio for you guys. Because I see that what's the name? Adam22 has been hitting people for copyrights. Hey, you guys let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you guys can hear. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio. All right. Hold on. Let's remove this. All right. So you see that niggas throwing that word bitch around. Woody woo. So let's shout out to the comment section. Ice, go get them. The real criminals. That part. I don't know who that is. Somebody, Chuck. Big shout out to Chuck. He said, Ice, go get them. The real criminals. Yeah. Let's talk about these 10 men. We'll speak about that a little bit. The 10 men that were escaped from Louisiana. All right, niggas that left the prison. We'll talk about that. But let's round this up. Like I was saying, you guys are seeing that was Suspect and Brandon going through it. Now, first of all, Suspect pulled out a knife. You guys heard in the audio there. I don't know if you guys were able to hear the audio in the comment section. I didn't know how to play the audio. My phone just went dead. Usually I play the audio through my cell phone, but I'm using the laptop today. Remember I told you guys I'm a street nigga, 2-time felon, woosh, hustler, folk on. This is what I do. I'm not savvy with it, but we learning. Bear with me. With that being said, Suspect pulled out a knife on Brandon. Brandon called Suspect a bitch. Suspect called Brandon a bitch prior to him calling him a bitch. After that, Suspect pulls out a knife. All right? So if you guys remember, at one point, Suspect let Brandon know that he wasn't going to be fighting him. Suspect let Brandon know that he was not going to be fighting him. He already took consideration of the man's size. Now, the way Suspect carried on in that room that day between him and Brandon, Suspect, the way, if you told me that was your whole plan to have a knife in the room and back out the knife and not use the knife, bring the knife on the platform in front of the camera, I could tell Suspect ain't no street nigga. Almighty Suspect ain't no street nigga. And listen, you guys, Almighty Suspect got fired from No Jumper, and that's the reason he got fired, right? This is not the first time. Oh, I forgot to mention, he also spat. Excuse me. He spitted on Brandon. Suspect's a habitual spitter. He spit on Kelpie, the fake pimp, too. Suspect be really being his feelings. The kid is very emotional. And this was Brandon was referring to his light-skinned side. See, Brandon spoke about suspect's light-skinned side coming out, the feminine side. And more it gives credence, more and more I believe that his observation may be correct. The way I see suspect, the way he's reacting to this situation, it wasn't in a manly way. It looked like suspect looked like somebody who's actually scared of somebody. And they kind of like throwing caution to the wind. It's like you hype yourself up. That's what I get. I get suspect. Suspect hyped himself up. He thought he was up against, he thought he could really handle a guy like Brandon. But the way he reacted to the situation, pulling out the knife, nobody got cut. Suspect pulled out the knife, nobody got cut. Nobody was scared. You left no impression. You made no example at all. And Brandon remains at the job, and you lost your job. Now, will suspect be brought back on the platform? Maybe, maybe not. Adam brought Lush back. Why suspect can't come back? Suspect ran up the numbers. That's the irony. Suspect made a lot of money over there for No Jumper. Suspect was the last Mohican. He was the last of the original cast members of No Jumper. He was the last. Well, I think Lush might be the last remaining one. But Suspect was the beginning one. Suspect was there prior to Lush. So he's part of that original alumni. Now, Suspect and Sharp took the opportunity. You guys know Sharp. That's the pimp out there. Sharp been beefing with Suspect and Lush. Sharp was living in L.A. Sharp was getting threats. Sharp was being protected by, according to Brick Baby, he was protecting Sharp. According to Brick Baby, if he's not Sharp's friend, Sharp is fooled out there in L.A. Yeah, I remember that when Brick said that. Brick and Sharp was going at it, and Brick said if Sharp continue, he's gonna leave Sharp exposed. And he's fooled out there. So Brick left me under the impression that he was protecting Sharp. Sharp flies under his banner. Well, Sharp took the opportunity to speak about Suspect. Y'all know Sharp and Suspect been going at it. Sharp and Lush, they going at it. Sharp and Lush talking about fighting. Sharp talking about throwing up on Lush. Whole lot of light-skin shit going on here, man. Sharp talking about throwing up on Lush. Sharp, he wants to fight Lush. I ain't see Sharp want to fight nobody else. I know Lush called you out first, but I ain't see Sharp want to fight nobody else. But apparently he wants that pressure with Lush. Now, Sharp spoke about, and we'll get into the Lush and Sharp thing. That's not really that, but I do want to see it. I lied. I want to see Sharp and Lush fight. I lied. I want to see it. I know they're corny, but I want to see it. I want to see Lush, if he could get with Sharp. And I want to see if Sharp is going to give Lush an inkling of a chance, or I want to see if Sharp is going to have a problem with Lush. Is he going to struggle with Lush? Because Lush should be a walk in the park. Taking candy from baby. That should be a walk in the park. Almighty already whooped Lush. That should be a walk in the park. Nonetheless. But Sharp moved out of LA because he's no longer under the band, under the banner of Brick Baby. So now Sharp, I guess he's more willing to speak his mind. Sharp feels more free. Sharp is back in Vegas. Shout out to Vegas, Las Vegas. You know what I mean? The city that don't sleep, Sin City. You know how to get down in Vegas, gambling and prostitution and woo-de-woo. Well, that's what Sharp went back to. Sharp's back in his element, and Sharp's talking his shit again. And Sharp want that pressure. He want that pressure with he wants the pressure with Almighty Suspect, and he wants pressure with Lush. He was saying that basically they treated treated him like they treated Sharp. Sharp is trying to paint some picture like Adam, that's how he treats all the employees. Every No Jump employee has been fired of the original alumni. They're all gone. And something in me feels like Adam was waiting for Almighty to mess up. No. Adam done figured it out. Everybody's expendable. Adam done figured it out. Everybody's expendable. It's not what you do, but how you do it. True enough, you can't just let go of everybody. You can't release everybody and just come to the show the next day and just sit there by yourself. Nah, that's not gonna work, Adam. You can't just fire everybody and just go ahead and just sit down and run No Jumper. Because we're not gonna be entertained like that. But what you can do is fire everybody one by one. Suspect was the last of disgruntled employees, the last of the troublesome employees. Let's be clear. Almighty Suspect has been fired for No Jumper, right? But if y'all know something, Suspect always said he ain't got no friends at No Jumper. That part. Suspect always said, Almighty Suspect always said he don't have no friends and No Jumper. Suspect always, listen, this is what Suspect should say. Ain't none of you niggas my friend. None of these niggas up here my friend. That's what Suspect should say, which is a healthy way of looking at things. I only like that word friend. Friend, ill. I don't like that word. I don't like that word friend. Family, I could warm up the family. I don't like the word friend. That just sounds like you just waiting to backstab me. I don't like that word friend. It's a very frivolous word. They use it very loosely. I don't like words that are used very loosely. I like to be meticulous with my description. I don't like the word friend. Suspect said, ain't none of you niggas friends up here. None of these niggas my friends. Because you guys see, with Adam22, you guys remember, anybody that works for No Jumper, and Adam, shit, sign me up, brother. I'm an open book. I'm an open veil. I'm transparency, man. I'm a window. I'm like looking through a glass window. Let me get a check for No Jumper and watch me turn No Jumper up in the right way. Real black representation. But nonetheless, everybody No Jumper basically has been expendable at this point. And the Suspect, that contrary to what I was saying, contrary to what I'm saying right here. Whatever. Suspect is the new person that's been fired from No Jumper. All right. We'll see in the future. We'll see in the future how does this go. The platform is still thriving. And I didn't know if No Jumper could thrive I didn't know if No Jumper was gonna thrive when AD left. When the original cast members left No Jumper, I didn't know that No Jumper was gonna survive. I didn't know. But as time progressed, I noticed I'm still watching No Jumper. I still watch No Jumper. With very, very destructive. Not good for our people. Very destructive. Contrary enough, I like the platform. I would even go as far as to work for the platform. Because it's a platform that's created a lot of traffic. Obviously, it's a very successful platform, and it represents the West Coast. Though I'm down south, I'm in Miami. It represents the West Coast. And I think he's proven that his platform is necessary. And we ain't got no white boy platforms like that. Shout out to Lush in that. And I like the way he brought back Lush too, man. Big. We'll see what's going on with jumping around a little bit. We'll see what's going on with Suspect. I'm pretty sure Adam wants to bring Suspect back at one point. I'm pretty sure at one point in the near future we're gonna see Suspect. Same way he brought Lush back. And everybody else who probably had little issues with Adam. He brought 607 back. Adam has been known has been prone to bring back suspects that bring back guests that he's have banded from the property. What I'm trying to say is Adam22 is known for giving people a second chance. So you might see Suspect. We might see Suspect back on the No Jumper platform. We might see him, man. Nonetheless, I didn't see what's the name. And there was a point, the key point I was making about the no friend thing. I get a little jaded at times. The no friend thing, remember, Suspect said that nobody was his friend. Remember, they be bringing Suspect's ops up there. That's something I forget to mention too. Remember, Adam will bring your ops up there. Yeah, I can't leave this out. Adam will bring your ops up there. So anybody that works for No Jumper, remember, you are content. Your personal life is content, and it will be used. Adam puts his own content. He puts himself, sacrifices himself. Adam even sacrifices his wife. So you think he's going to treat you better than he treats his own wife that made his only child? Let's be realistic. With that being said, everybody being content, he would bring Suspect's enemies on the platform. Who's that one kid that Suspect's beefing with? Frosty. Frosty something. Help me out there in the comment section. Frosty something. Frosty the Snowman, Frosty something. I remember the kid. Red nigga. Very disrespectful. Disrespecting Suspect, mom and all that. Him and Suspect be beefing. Adam brought him on the platform. I'm not saying he's wrong for being that, because this is a platform supposed to be unbiased, just like L.O.T.S Rule Media. We are a very unbiased platform. We don't have no horse in the race. Everybody's invited. Just be cordial. Such as Adam. Adam brought his enemy. And Adam has brought other people that Suspect may not approve of and might be into it with currently at the time. Adam will invite them on the platform. So Suspect would periodically walk inside the room and say, Suspect would periodically walk in the room, periodically in the podcast, and make it known that he has no friends at No Jumper. None of these niggas is his friends. So I gotta give credit to Suspect, because Suspect looked like he figured out the internet. Yeah. Suspect looked like he figured out podcasts. He figured out the No Jumper universe and the system with the loyalty and all that. He figured it out. In some way, he was able to thrive with that understanding. He just fell victim to his own ego, his own insecurities. That's why Suspect got fired. His light-skin insecurities. You could have been way more serious. You could have laughed Brandon off. You could have caught Brandon on a bat block, catch him at an event. You could have caught Brandon anywhere. Brandon's not even threat. Brandon was not even on your bumper. Yeah, nigga called you a bitch. You call him a bitch back. You can't be. We cannot be let words dictate our next move. If you say you a gangster, that means you're a soldier. If you say you a gangster, that means that you prepare for what gangsters go through. And you being a gangster, some gangsters are leaders. If you're a gangster and you're a leader, you jeopardizing your troops. You jeopardizing your team because you move off emotion. Suspect, you move off emotion. So you sacrifice whoever's dependent on you, you sacrifice that. All your niggas, I see you be bringing people up on the platform. You sacrifice that. You're a leader. You're not afforded the luxury of emotions. You sacrifice that. Shout out to the comment section, Manifest Future. Hit the like button, that part. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel. Don't be a ninja watcher. All right, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. We call that wipe your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. You just don't walk inside your grandparents' house, your mama house, your uncle house without wipe your feet on the rug. I need you guys to wipe your feet on the rug. We call that hitting the like button. That signifies you wipe your feet on the rug. Don't embarrass the people that raised you. Don't do it. Y'all know how them Haitians be when you embarrass them. You know how Haitians be? Haitians hate for you to embarrass them. Your mama would denounce you for embarrassing her. Haitian people, they instill that in you to not embarrass them. So you guys, please do not embarrass your parents. No matter what ethnicity, background you are, Jamaican, Haitian, American, Spanish, Cuban, the beautiful, colorful world, ethnicity is beautiful, diverse. South Florida. Florida's diverse. All right? Wipe your feet on the rug. Don't embarrass the people that raised you. Hit that like button. That part. Big shout out to Manifest Future in the building. Big shout out to Chuck. Oh, man, let's talk about it, man. What Chuck talking about? Ice, go get them. The real criminals. What? Ice, I don't know. What's going on? The real criminals. Listen, you guys see the breakout of the 10 inmates from the Louisiana prison? Wow. Let's talk about it. Listen, make sure you guys hit that like button. All right. That part. Listen to the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth, DSTM, episode number 124. That part. I am the incomparable, the author imitator, but cannot be duplicated. The one that they took their style from. That part. Remember, you guys, I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. A lot of the big platforms take from me. I'm a leader in my community. Ask anybody who knows me. I'm the leader in the hood. I'm going to be a leader on this internet. That part. Most dangerous podcast, most dangerous platform on God's green earth. That part. All right? I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. When I say elected, the appointed voice of the streets, that part. I'm elected, brother. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I've been elected. This is not me self-proclaimed. The streets, they're telling me you all we got. The streets are telling me lots. You all we got. You are first podcasters. We need you. You the only one here to talk for us. The streets are telling me this. I'm the elected. That part. I'm elected in my hood. I'm elected as the leader in my hood. I'm the go-to nigga. I'm the mediator. I'm the one that everybody respects, that mutual sides have respect for. That part. The elected, the appointed voice of the streets. There's a reason I'm the voice. That part. I'm the reason, I'm the voice because I care about the streets. I care about my young niggas. I don't want you old niggas, fake ass old niggas leading these young niggas in the wrong direction. I done seen a lot of my young niggas that died because they was following behind an older nigga, taking them niggas on a lick. Rest in peace to Jit. Rest in peace to Darkwing. Other older niggas taking these young niggas on licks and they lost their life going on a lick that an older nigga put them on. That's why I'm the leader of the streets. That's why I'm the voice of the streets. Because I refuse to let y'all old bitch ass niggas misguide these young niggas and tell them to do shit that you wouldn't do. You heard me? I love, let me tell you something. I love my community. I'm big. I'm a big community advocate. That part. If you know me, L.O.T.S approved media. All right? The elected, appointed voice of the streets. You guys are rocking with I'm considered, I'm public enemy number one. Let's be clear. That part. Gotta be, because it's the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. So I'm public enemy number one. Hello. That part. Also, I'm considered the top op. There's a reason I'm considered top op. You guys are learning the future, all right? I'm going against everything these bitch-ass niggas is trying to feed y'all. I'm going against it all. I'm the elected, appointed voice. That part. You guys are rocking with the most dangerous podcast. You guys are now rocking with the L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 124. You guys, welcome to the show. Big shout out to Manifest Future in the building. I see you guys in the comment section. When you guys leave a comment in the comment section, that's called leaving your fingerprint. Let everybody know that you've been here. Let the people know that you guys are rocking. We all here together as a family. Let them know and leave a comment in the comment section. Let's get some engagement going on here. That part. Now, let's talk about, last but not least, the 10 gentlemen that escaped from Louisiana prison. Hold up. Listen, 10 dudes escaped from Louisiana prison, all right? Apparently, they've been having the time of their life. It appears to be. I'm watching videos online. These guys are getting caught one by one. It's 10 of them now. They're being caught one by one. You have 2 remaining left. 2 individuals remaining left out of the 10. You do the math, 8 gone. Let's talk about it. 10 dudes escaping from Louisiana prison, state prison. First of all, how did they escape? You guys, there was like this wall, the toilet, a hole in the back. They made a hole in the back of the toilet. They was able to escape. As time progressed, if more information came out, it looks like they were assisted in escaping the prison. COs, the woman CO, I don't know what staff member. I'm just throwing this in here. You guys get a chance and research it. I don't get a chance to research everything, but I will bring it to you, and I want to speak about that with y'all. 10 inmates escaped through a hole behind the toilet, assisted by staff members in the prison. These guys got caught, I was going to say immediately, not immediately, but they got caught sooner than they would have liked to, sooner than we would have expected them to, way sooner than what we was. Listen, hold up. Wait. I gotta stop and pause. Listen, man, 10 inmates escaped from Louisiana State Prison, right? These gentlemen, they went through a hole behind the toilet. With that being said, if you've seen the type of things that they were doing, first of all, camera systems, the elaborate camera systems, AIs and elaborate camera, ring cameras, light cameras, cameras everywhere. You can't get away with a crime in 2025. It's not so easy to get away with. Apparently, right? Watching this, videos is popping up. We're seeing where they're located. We're seeing certain suspects walking up the block, look like rural areas, business areas, downtown. I'm not familiar with New Orleans, but the what they call that? What do they call that shit again, man? Damn, I forgot the name of New Orleans. It's an area there, French Quarters. Hold on. Let me get my that part. Thank God for memory. You know I'm smoked out, I'm burnt out, so my short-term memory is gone. All right. With that being said, French Quarters. You seen these 2 gentlemen, they're walking down the French Quarters. So that's 2 suspects. They showed another man jumping inside a pool, and I believe that this light-skinned nigga is still at large. Some light-skinned nigga, he did a great dive into a pool. You got to give it to him. Hold on. First of all, let's clap it up. Let's applaud him for the amazing cannonball that this red guy, he's still at large. Looks like the last 2, he's one of the last 2 suspects. An amazing cannonball dive into a pool. All right. Now, I know I'm being facetious, but this is why I'm not being facetious. These niggas ain't know the next time they was going to see light again, see the streets again. I think he was down for like 17, 16 years, right? I think he has life. So he just wanted to take a last dive into a pool. He wants to experience these things. And once again, he did an amazing job. The kid, he did a dive, a cannonball. Remember when kids and you fold up your whole body and you just create a big splash? Well, he did that. He created a big splash. And he's still at large, all right? He still hasn't been found yet. Red dude, check him out online with tattoos. Speaking, seems like he's very cool. And shout out to you, great cannonball. Like I said, 2 suspects still at large. 8 of them got caught in different ways. But just looking at the elaborate camera system, it's like, wow. It's like, wow. It's really hard to get away with crime in 2025. Now, a lot of people are wondering what caused them to want to leave out the prison. Hold up. That's a no-brainer. Listen, that's a no-brainer. Listen, they ain't know they're gonna see the light of day. When I see these gentlemen, how quick they got caught, none of them left the country. I'm Haitian. I'm gone. You already know I might be in Haiti. And just by what I just said now, I'll probably go somewhere else. And I'm not going to tell you where I would go because they're going to look back to this. Hello? But nonetheless, if you're not from here, you'll think about leaving the country. And if you're from here, you might leave the country. These gentlemen look like they didn't have no idea. They had no plans on leaving the country. These gentlemen had no plan on leaving the country, let alone leaving Louisiana. Because it seems like they all got caught in the state of Louisiana. I don't think that was their initial intent. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments section. I think they just wanted the opportunity to leave. They just wanted to get some air. They just wanted to see the streets again. They didn't have no plan out here to do anything, to accomplish anything. They didn't even expect to be out here too long. I don't think they expected to be out here too long. I think initially this was all like, not a joke, but it's all premeditated. There was really no silver lining. There was really no come up in this. There was no end all be all. Their intentions was just to go into the streets and get some air. Be free. Experience freedom. See some things. Some familiar landscape. I don't think that they planned on staying out there. In all seriousness. Now, how soon they plan on getting caught? I'm pretty sure they all probably had their own estimate as to when they plan on getting caught. But I think if you ask each one of those prisoners, one by one, did they intend on staying out here? I don't think that's the case. 10 dudes escaped from Louisiana State Prison. I don't think they even left Louisiana. 8 got caught within what? 8 got caught within 2 weeks? 2 of them still at large? And it's not ironic, but coincidentally enough, the one that's still at large, I think that's the one that has life. All right. I might play the video in here on the post edit. You know what I mean? But if you guys are watching the live version, you're not gonna see it, all right? Nonetheless, man, shout out to God bless those 10 gentlemen that escaped the Louisiana State Prison. I don't know what charges you guys had. We don't condone all charges, especially grape and SA and all those other. We don't condone that stuff. But I understand the desire of wanting that freedom again. That was just a attempt at freedom, and they were successful, man. I hope that fulfilled their that inner desire. I hope that filled that void. Because who knows when they're gonna see the streets again, all right? L.O.T.S. Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 124. That part. Hold up. I need some gunshots. Can I have some gunshots? Episode number 124. You guys do me a favor, make sure you guys are watching that interview with Mr. Benzino. Watch that interview. Watch the interview with who else? Who's Gunplay? Watch the interview with Piccolo. Watch the interview with Kano. I don't know. Watch the video with Carrie. Yeah, Carrie. Top Shotter. You guys get a chance? Watch the interview with Miami's most feared. Let's be clear. Miami's most feared top shotter. That part, Carrie. With that being said, you guys, L.O.T.S. Approved Media, we about to shut this down. Until next time. All right? If God permits, nobody's promised tomorrow. Remember, I always tell you guys, Always lead off with this. Discouragement and failure are the stepping stones to success. In order for you to experience success, you got to experience some failure, especially when you're trying to accomplish something that's considered great. Your dreams have to be big, astronomical. Anything that you want in life as a goal, it should fear other people. Yeah. People should be scared of your goals. That's how big you should be dreaming. And imagine if you accomplish that. Imagine if you even get close to your dream. Anything close to an astronomical, anything close to a far-fetched dream, you're still gonna end up in greatness. Anything short, imagine if you fall short of this great dream, just a little bit short, you're still basking in greatness. Discouragement and failure are the stepping stones to success. And last but not least, the tallest mountain has the best view. You're going up that mountain. The mountain has holes in it, and lions, tigers, and bears, rocks, gravel, whoop-de-woo, right? You're going up this steep mountain. I know you want to turn back around. I know life is a little bit hard. It's 2025. Rent up. Price of living up. Things are changing in our system. I get it. I know that you're going to experience that discouragement going up that hill, that steep hill. You might want to turn back around. I'm saying don't do it. I'm here to tell you this. Once you get to the top of that mountain, you're going to have the best view. Get to the top of that mountain so you can have the best view. The highest mountain has the best view. You're going to love what you see at the top of that mountain. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're going to love what you're going to see at the top of that mountain. The top of that mountain, you're going to see opportunity at the top of that mountain. You might see God at the top of that mountain. You're going to see opportunity. You're going to see resources at the top of that mountain. All right? And with that being said, L.O.T.S. Proof Media, I'm out. That part. Till next time.